Yo, what up guys, welcome back again to my channel. It's your boy Prince TV. Welcome back to this wonderful episode where we are going to tell you guys how the COVID-19 restriction is still going, because in this why Giuseppe Conte and his part, people who are really dealing with this COVID-19, they are really working hard to make sure that there is not going to be lockdown. So in this case, they put different kind of restriction in order to avoid the general lockdown. So we are going to really tell you guys what Giuseppe Conte and then this part as really emphasizing on this COVID-19. If you guys can really know, in this recent days, you know that Italy is really having new cases of this COVID-19. But now we are going to tell you what the Prime Minister have come out to say again. What is kind to emphasize on this new restriction of this COVID-19, the latest update that he just passed not quite long ago. We are going to read everything to you guys, how they stated everything, and then the numbers of people who have this COVID-19, that is the new cases that we are having here in Italy, and then the total number of deaths they recorded plus the one that was new, you understand? So we are going to explain everything to you guys so that you guys can really get this update and know how everything is working here in Italy. Information is power. Since we are in the country and most people cannot go and find information or have time to go and check all these things, that is why you have people like us who always give you what happened daily basis based on the government, the document issue, the migrant issue, everything that is happening here in Italy that most especially concerned with the immigrants. You can find it in this particular platform. This is why I tell people, try to subscribe to this channel. At least if you're back from work, you can get our video. We always post during evening. You can get our video, then you really know what happened about the government that concerned with the immigrants in this particular country of Italy. So that is why you have to subscribe to this channel so that you can be getting updates whenever you're back from work. Then you will know what really happened in Italy and what is going on about the document issue, or is there any proposal to give documents to migrants again. Anything you have to know about immigrants, you have to find it in this particular platform. So without wasting time, let's kick in and really know the new restriction, or how the COVID-19, how the expert and Giuseppe Conte, what they really said not quite long. Alright guys, so let's kick in and really see what they are saying. Let's see what Giuseppe Conte, the Prime Minister, said about this COVID-19, the latest speech and the latest information he passed through. You understand? This COVID-19 as is going, how it depends on how people get contagious with this COVID-19. That determines how the measures and how the rules will be applying. You understand? So anytime they change everything, we always come here to update you guys to really know what is going on. Alright, so let's read here and see. He said here, Italy Prime Minister unveiled a new antivirus rules. You understand? All right. He said, mayor can close public places and bar will offer a limited service, but government wants to avoid new lockdown. You understand? All right. Italy Prime Minister Giuseppe Conte on Sunday unveiled further measures aimed at containing the second wave of the COVID-19 contagion and then avoiding a new lockdown that would hit the economic hard. You understand? So what they are trying to explain here is that on Sunday, Giuseppe Conte, after seeing the rise of this COVID-19 again, how people are being contagious, more especially in the area of Napoli, that is the northern part of Italy, then they try to put some restriction again that it will able to make them to avoid the COVID-19 not coming more. You understand? So because they are explaining here that if this COVID-19 should come, it will really hit the economic hardly, and that is true. All right. He said here, the latest government measure came as the number of new coronavirus infection hit fresh daily highs. You understand? All right. He said putting additional pressure on hospital and then intensive care units. You understand? So now this COVID-19 now, the way the thing is kind of trying to come back again here in Italy now. Many people are getting contagious in this area of Napoli. Many people are getting contagious of this COVID-19. You guys really know that when this COVID-19 started here in Italy, it all started in the Lombardia area. That is the Lombardia, talking about Milan, talking about Bergamo, talking about Brescia, Monza, all the city. This COVID-19 really started here in Lombardia, but as the case may be now, they are really finding it difficult in the side of Napoli. This is where people are really getting this COVID-19, contacting this COVID-19 most especially in this recent days now. So guys, let's go forward and really give you guys the update and how everything is going. He said we cannot lose time, and then we need to act by deploying all the measures necessary to avoid another general lockdown, said Conte. You understand? So now Conte is explaining. If I tell you guys every time that this man motive is not to make any general lockdown, most people will not understand. People will be saying, restricting some things will make people to go lockdown. This is how they started all those kind of stuff. So now you get the fact what Giuseppe Conte said here. He said deploying all the measures necessary to avoid another general lockdown. You understand? All right. He said Conte said at a press conference detailing the new restriction, the country can not afford a new setback which would severely jeopardize the entire economy. You understand? We are still emphasizing that going to a general lockdown again might really hit their economic hard. If you guys can see, you know that Italy is just trying to recover from what happened for the past. So now, if they should face another general lockdown, I think the government will never be able to stand on it. So this is what Giuseppe Conte is still emphasizing. So guys, let's go forward. He said, under the new rules, Italian mayor will have the power to close public squares and then other places after 9 p.m. allowing access only the resident and the business owner. You understand? All right. He said restaurants and bars will close at midnight while the table service is available all the day. You understand? So that is to say the restaurants and then bars, they will be closing before 9 p.m. They have to close at least maximum of 9 p.m. They have to close. But talking about daily, they can do their things. They can set things to people. But once it's 9 p.m. night, then they have to shut down everything. You understand? All right. Said restaurants will also allow a maximum of 6 people seated at a table. You understand? So what they are still explaining here that 6 people will be sitting at the table at the restaurants. All right, so guys, let's go forward. He said after a heated debate, gyms and swimming pool will remain open, but the prime stress, when they say prime, that is the prime minister, that is what they mean there. He said the prime stress that they will be under review for 1 week, and then if the rules are not strictly followed, they will be closed. You understand? So that is to say, they said gymming and then swimming will still participate, will still be going on, but there will be some restriction they will really give to this particular sector. Then if they did not respect the rules and regulation, after 1 week they have to close and shut them down too. So this is what this particular place is explaining. He said Conte also said that school and university will continue to stay open, but they will encourage to allow more distance learning. You understand? They will encourage to allow more distance learning. Like I told you before, when I went out for the street interview, these students, they really told me everything that, now that there is a COVID-19, that the way they studied before is not the same because everything changed. They have to make social distancing before entering the class. They have to wash their hands. They have to open the doors, leave the windows open even when there is cold, all those kind of stuff. Okay. All right. So they still brought all these things here now. He said, he said Italy cannot afford to use the same strategies it used last spring to combat the virus's spread, as it would kill the country's economic recovery, which is just showing positive sign. You understand? So you see, they are trying to put a lot of strategies in this particular period in order to avoid what the sufferness we took before. Both the government, the citizens, the foreigners, and everyone. So they are trying to put this restriction. Now, this is what they are trying to say, that they are going to use some new strategies in order to handle this COVID-19 for we not going a general lockdown. This is what this particular place is saying. This is what Giuseppe Conte and this part are still explaining. He said here, all right, we must commit ourselves to protect both health and the economy. You understand? Said Conte. The government is here, but everybody has to do. You understand? All right. So that is to say, everybody have to really participate on this contribution of this restriction. in the sense that you have to put on your mask, you have to be careful when you are going, don't stay where there is a group of people, this kind of stuff. I think this is what they are really trying to explain in this particular place. All right, he said, we must commit ourselves to protect both health and economic, said Conte. The government is here, but everybody has to do their part. You understand? Everybody have to do their part. All right, he said, the number of new coronavirus cases in the country hit a fresh record Sunday, reaching 11,705 in the last 24 hours. You understand? So now that is to let you know that on Sunday, people who get contagious on this COVID-19, the new cases which they have was given at the number of 11,705 in the last 24 hours. You understand? So you see that this COVID-19 is trying to penetrate, or is trying to, kind of like come to attack Italy again, this particular country. But as we may have it with God, I think everything will be possible. The COVID-19 will really go the way it came. You understand? All right, so let's go forward here. He said, as the number of the patients being treated in intensive care continue to rise, that is people who are in these intensive care units, you understand, the numbers of people in the intensive care unit is getting rising. When people get contagious, the numbers of this intensive unit automatically it will get rising. All right, he said here, Italy also recorded 69 new deaths. You understand? Italy also recorded 69 new deaths. Bring the total to 36,543 persons. You understand? 36,543. So now, Italy, they recorded another new death of 69 new deaths. You understand? So that brought that brings the total amount of people who have died in Italy since this COVID-19 started to a number of 36,543. So guys, you see that Giuseppe Conte and this part, they are really trying on this COVID-19 to make sure that we are not going to face general lockdown. So as you can see now, you see now Italy now having another new cases of COVID-19 of 11,705 persons who have been contagious on this COVID-19. This is why this Giuseppe Conte is putting all this little bit of restriction in order for us not to really get contagious on this COVID-19. So I think this is the updates I have for you guys to really know what Giuseppe Conte said last. Whenever these governments are saying anything, since we are in the country, we have to really know what is happening here in the country. So that is why I said subscribe to our channel, so that you can be getting our daily updates, anything that's happening about documents. When we have updates about documents, we come here to give you. When we have updates about migrants that arrive in Italy, we come to give you anything that you're supposed to know, or you ought to know as a foreigner or as a citizen here in Italy. You can find it in this particular platform. So try to subscribe, and as we go to check or find the updates to give you guys how everything is going. So I still remain your boy, Prince TV. You will remain blessed till next time again we meet together. Ciao.
I make my life sweat like